So hi class. So this is the second half of the lecture. So we'll be discussing composition. It will be, we will be using this throughout your Drawing 1 class. You'll be also be able to use these beyond our, beyond the subject. So I'll be sharing more on how to create a good composition with your drawing. So let me just share the next slide. Composition and framing. Okay. So for composition and framing, before we begin, let's take a quick review on the elements of art. Okay. So we have already discussed line, shape, form, value. So we'll discuss texture and space briefly. So first is texture. Okay, so um, texture, so it's contrast that involves juxtaposing elements with the same distinct differences in color, size, shape, and value. Okay, so this highlights key elements and creates visual interest by emphasizing differences. Okay, so next we have space. Space, on the other hand, in art, it refers to the illusion of depth and distance within a two-dimensional work. So using techniques such as perspective, overlapping, and size variation to create a sense of space and depth on a flat surface. Okay, so we have elements. Now we'll discuss principles of art. So yung principles na to are the elements being applied in the artwork. Okay, so we have these on the list. We'll discuss this in, we'll discuss these. You might be using one of these when you construct your composition for your artwork. So maybe for your midterms or in the future, future works na gagawin ninyo for class or maybe outside this subject. Okay? So let's discuss balance. So balance refers to the distribution of visual weight in a composition. Three types: symmetrical, asymmetrical, and radial. We'll discuss that in a bit. So with balance, you're able to achieve assurance that no single element overpowers the others, leading to a more harmonious arrangement. So for instance, this one, Last Supper by Da Vinci, um, everything here is balanced. So aside sa naka-center si Christ, yung number or yung positioning ng mga disciples can be seen here, evenly placed or oddly kasi three of each. Tapos yung fourth member usually naka-stretch yung hand. And other symmetrical elements here, for instance, yung wall, if you notice, even siya. Pati yung sort of decor or panel sa likod. Next is yung windows. Yun, evenly din siya, symmetrical. Even yung designs dito sa, designs and detailing dito sa table. Okay. Yan. So next we have contrast. So it involves juxtaposing elements with distinct differences in color, size, shape, texture, or value. This highlights key elements and creates visual interest by emphasizing their differences. So for instance, black and white, colors, black and white, or let's say surfaces, textures, rough and smooth. So you get to see yung distinct differences ng mga elements applied. Okay. Okay. Next, we have emphasis, also known as focal point. Emphasis directs the viewer's attention to a specific element within a composition. This stands out from the rest and is usually the most important part of the design. So basically, parang siya din focal point. So for contrast and emphasis, we have the sample, Calling of St. Matthew by Caravaggio, the guy behind chiaroscuro technique. So for instance, we get to see yung contrast because of yung light and dark rendering, hence a very dramatic feel here sa artwork natin, and an emphasis towards the subject. So there is an indirect lighting direction here sa focal character na si Saint Matthew. Ayan. Next is unity and harmony. So unity or harmony brings together all elements within a composition to create a sense of coherence and completeness. So elements should feel connected and work together to convey a unified message. So here's a print by Hokusai, The Great Wave. So all elements from lines, shapes, form, even in color is unifies, ties up this whole piece. Because of the use of elements here, sometimes in repetition pa, you're able to create this one unified piece. Basically, harmonious din siya tingnan with the elements here na ginamit. Okay. So next is proportion and scale. So proportion refers to the size of the relationship between different elements. So yun nandito is scale, and it refers to the relative size of an object compared to other elements in this composition. Proper proportion and scale help establish a sense of hierarchy and visual balance. So for instance, scale and proportion, yung tamang anatomy, yung correct accurate anatomy ng isang human figure. Vitruvian Man by Leonardo da Vinci. So, nakikita natin yung tamang proportions ng isang figure based on also yung study din nila with humans to the point na they were working and studying human carcasses to get the accurate build, and even yung insides. So let's proceed. Rhythm and repetition. So rhythm is controlled repetition of elements within a composition, creating a sense of movement and flow. Repetition can also provide a visual consistency and reinforce the overall message of your artwork. Okay? So for instance, application of repetition and rhythm. So this is an artwork by Kandinsky. So instead of these geometric shape circles, it's free form, obviously done by hand. So these are not perfect circles, but we know there are circles because of the somewhat shape that we associate it to. And repetition, because yung paulit-ulit natin ginagawa yung shape, and there is a certain rhythm sa paggawa sa kanya. Ayan. Although in various colors, it still creates this sense of repetition because of its organic feel and application. Okay. Next is alignment. So alignment, we would hear this graphic design or layouting. It can be used also with art. Okay, so alignment involves placing elements in relation to each other or on a common axis. Proper alignment enhances readability, organization, and creating a sense of order within the design or even in art. Okay, so here's a sample, pretty straight in your face, a row of gondolas aligned. So this is one. Okay, so next is another application. Pairs on a cloth, so aligned din siya in a way, but there is a bit of an overlap here sa composition na to. Although there are some principles that have been applied already. So since this is a lecture online, I'll just give out the yung principles. Okay, so one is contrast. So contrast of color. So we have a bright red background with yellow green elements, subjects, which stands out over this choice of color for a background. So that's one. Next is yun emphasis din. Because of the contrast, it creates also emphasis or a focal point din. Next is hierarchy. So hierarchy also establishes an order of importance among elements in a design. Like technique, size, color, and position, designers and even artists guide viewers to navigate the composition. So makikita din natin yung placement. So another example of hierarchy, kung ano yung malapit, ano yung malayo sa isang composition. Okay? Let's take a look then sa use of negative space and positive space. So I have three items here, three artworks for negative and positive space. So for instance, this one, Coles Phillips, A Young Man's Fancy. Nakikita natin it's a woman in a dress, but there are no closed lines. But there's a play on the space. And although walang close lines, but there are visual cues that there is a brown dress. And visual cues are yung fringe sa sleeves, yung lace. Yung lace doon sa edge ng skirt, and even yung sa collar. So those are the visual cues on the dress. Another is um, for the dog, yung markings ng dog, and for the furniture, yung stripes na hindi nakasara yung nakasara sa pinaka shape and form ng chair. So basically this is like a trickster eye, but based on our perception, nakikita natin siya closed, although outright wala siyang closed lines. So that's a way of processing artwork or art pieces. Next, we have MC Escher, Sky and Water. As you can see, when he does patterns, they're all of equal size. But the interesting part here is, if you take a look at the lower part, okay, tingnan natin ng bigger. Yung fish, yung pinaka-fish located sa baba ay in detail. But as you go up sa horizon, yung waves, nawawalan siya ng detail. Then you see yung waves, pero as you observe, yung waves turn into a form of a bird. And as you look upwards, yung bird, nagkakaroon na siya ng details, more details. Ayan. So that's another piece that has a play of positive and negative space. Same then with Rene Magritte's Decalum Linya. So we have the subject, and next to it is the fabric, may cutout with his form, with his same size bale. Pero outside you get to see yung sky that he is looking at. Okay. So next is variety. So variety involves incorporating diverse elements to prevent monotony and visual interest to the design. Should be balanced to avoid overwhelming the viewer. So for example, yun nandito, all of them have the same size ng shapes. But because they have different shapes, it makes it more interesting then. So this is one way of adding an interest to your art piece. Okay. Another way of using variety is like Claude Monet's haystacks. So, yung variety dito is yung sizes because of its perspective. So, ang view dito is, ano siya, mukhang mas malaki yung pinaka-front, tapos yung nasa likod, maliit. Although, maybe if it's in another perspective, baka magkakasize lang sila. But because of this angle, mukha silang may variety of sizes. Okay. Next is movement. So movement creates the sense of motion or direction within a design, guiding the viewer's gaze and creating a dynamic experience. So sometimes, because of yung direction of the elements dun sa work mo, it can create movement. Also, maybe when you draw a figure in motion, creating, of course, movement. So for instance, this one, The Scream by Edvard Munch, yung use of lines niya. The lines can be lines on the bridge, perhaps emulating texture, leads towards the subject. You can also get to see yung lines lines that surround the subject, leading, yeah, it gives the impression it leads towards him also. So yeah, that's a way of creating motion and direction to the focal subject. Okay. Next is distribution of spaces. Okay. So distribution of spaces, nagagamit natin with the positive and negative space. Sa positive, it's used to refer to the areas of interest and focus in the piece of artwork. So, as we can see, yung vase, so yung nandito sa left, yung black, is the positive space. So often the subject of the work of art, such as a person, landscape, or object. So the object here is the vase, and the space around it is a negative space. So it's a term used in art to describe the space surrounding the object, also called white space. So white space yung tawag sa kanya, typically empty, lacks details to simplify an image and keep focus on the subject, which is the positive space. Okay. What is positive and negative space used for? So it's distributing the weight of an image, establishing symmetry or rhythm, and also creates balance. Next, proportion of space. So proportion of space is largely about the relationship of size of one element when compared to another. Proportion does not refer to overall size, but rather the relationship of sizes of two or more elements. In art, the size of an element is referred to as a scale. So for instance, we have a basketball and a baseball. In reality, we know na, yun, malaki yung basketball compared to the baseball. So this is, yun, as example of proportion of space. And of course, yung positive na space red. Okay. Another application of proportion is something we just learned previously, yung pagdrawing ng heads using the Loomis method to gain yung mas accurate na placement ng parts ng mukha. Okay. Also, yung pagdrawing natin ng human figure. As they say, isang human figure, ang gamit natin ay 8 heads. Ayan, 8 heads. Another application of proportion of space is the use of perspective. So for instance, when we create a two-perspective drawing, placement of the dots to create, kung saan nanggagaling yung perspective niya, naka-place sa labas ng papel. Kung ano naman siya digital, yung placement ng dots outside the artboard. Ayun. So from there, you get to construct perhaps buildings or objects. Okay. Another one is aerial perspective. Ang aerial perspective naman, we'll discuss that also later this term. Atmospheric perspective pala. Atmospheric perspective is yung how to determine yung depth and distance ng isang landscape entirely. So kung malapit siya, medyo darker yung mga elements. Pag malayo, nag-gray out na siya if you're using pencils or graphite, to the point na medyo faint na siya tingnan dito sa artwork. Okay? Next is fundamental forms of construction. So, construction refers to the practice of breaking complex objects down into basic shapes. Pieces of these basic shapes together to form the more complex shape of the object that they wish to draw. Next is focal element. So sa focal element, you're able to create contrast. So difference or contrast can come in many different forms. Value, texture, shape, and form can all create contrast. Isolation, another way to create a focal point in artwork is through isolation. Whenever one object or element is separated from a group, it becomes isolated, in turn becomes a focal point. Next is placement. So by placing an object or element just off center, you can create a focal point through placement without affecting aesthetics of the work. The unusual naman is another way to create a focal point in artwork is to introduce an object or element that is unusual to the scene. This object will stand out and demand attention, thus creating a focal point. Okay, next we have structure balance. So balance refers to the overall distribution of visual weight in a composition, while balanced composition feels comfortable to look at. So each visual component of an artwork has visual weight. So three types: symmetric, asymmetric. Symmetric is symmetry to form balance in which two halves of an artwork mirror each other. This type of balance is similar and common. So, let's say meron kang isang subject, front and center, nasa gitna. Um, Bale, even yung portion niya sa left and the right, and they mirror each other even in yung design or in the art. Okay. So, next we have asymmetric. So, bale, ito yung nasa left, iba, yung right, iba din. Another way to create a focal point in artwork is through isolation also. So, whenever one object or element is separated from a group, becomes isolated and in turn becomes a focal point. So, dito, ano siya, nag-aagaw din ng ano, parang attention because they're not even. Hindi even yung ano, balance. Pero sometimes with asymmetric layouts, it becomes actually more interesting. Last is radial. So visual elements arranged around a central point in a composition, just like this sample, which is a star. Okay. Radial balance is prevalent in human design as well, such as car wheels, architectural domes, clocks, a compass, etc. Okay, so let's go to composition and framing. So we have 14 classic composition formula. So just take a look at the slides. Paano kayo makakagawa ng composition? So this is not only for your midterms. This can be used and applied with our other other plates, other drawing activities, and even outside class. Okay, works of masters. So let's take a look at this work. Woman in Modern Ornamentation by Julius Clinch. So let's take an observation dito sa artwork na to. So for this artwork, yun, we get to see yung elements niya. So these are the shapes, colors, and lines that are arranged to give a sense of pattern, contrast, and balance. So ito yung principles na in-apply. Okay, so for the shapes that are recognizable as people and objects, in the largest leftmost image naman, so ito, this on the left side, we see how repetition and placement of green flower-like shapes, as you can see here, if you see my pointer, ayan, can create a sense of rhythm. So that's another principle applied. The size of the small buildings at the back, itong orange na okay, small buildings compared to the larger figure, the woman, creates a sense of proportion. So this is an example. So more principles applied, so balance, movement, and repetition also factor in the image. So there is a balance then. There is movement. As you can see, yung green flowers creating a direction, hence movement, and the repetition of the patterns for the flowers. And also, you get to see more repetition doon sa patterns on the fabrics. So, more so this is more of a traditional take of an artwork done by Andrew Loomis. So makikita natin yung mga compositions, yung mga different kinds of compositions that we can use based, and this is an example of what he worked on. Okay. So reminders din. So this is our midterm scale and proportion. Reminders lang. always same reminders. For our class on Monday, please bring in your studies, references, and thumbnails. We'll use the rest of the time for consultation also, okay? Sige. So I'll stop share. So basically, this is the end of the second lecture. And yun, please wait also for announcements, reminders as midterm comes to starts. So basically, yung pinaka midterm week natin will start this Monday na din. So as mentioned din earlier, please bring in your works in progress and all your material, all the references that you have been that you have collated for your work. Okay? So I'll see you this Monday and yun. Thank you. Okay.